Hi, I'm Cloudy, and today is the video that would be named something like I will upload this video on my first day of the school year in Australia. Something similar because I have a plan to move to Australia in July to start my master's degree coursework. Yeah, but it's just a plan. We are in the process of a lot of paperwork and the visa. I have not acquired it yet, but I only have more than a month left, so it's a little bit stressful right now, but that's the plan. That is a very potential plan for me to move overseas and stay there for the next 2 years until I get that master's degree. And I'm in a fantastic mood recently. I went swimming this morning. I've just got this ombre necklace. Yeah, they are gemstones. I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight, but I just feel like I want to sit down and film a makeup look. Yeah, also putting on this, I consider to be summer top, because after 2 Sundays in a row that I went swimming, I think I got a little bit of a tan. You know, summer signature or something that we didn't get the last 2 years. Crazy summers. Yeah, summer's coming back and I'm so excited. At the end of summer, I'm gonna have a whole brand new chapter of my life, and I think I want to talk a little bit about it. So first thing first, about the master's coursework. My family and I have been planning it for a couple of years right now. I know after graduation, most of my friends, they got a job and they are thriving in their career right now, while I have not got one yet. And sometimes I question the path that I chose to study further rather than just settle on a career, settle on a job and just stay in Vietnam. But I think that is the intention of my parents for me to pursue higher education in a developed country like Australia. And that's also my intention. That's just such a privilege to me. When I was a child, I always dreamed of go study in America, or that's American dream. But to me, I always want to go study abroad. That dream wasn't fulfilled for me when I moved from my hometown to Ho Chi Minh City. It's a huge move to me, but I still stay in Vietnam to get that bachelor degree of engineering in Vietnam. But I wouldn't consider it a bum or anything. But right now, a whole new thing is up there, right at the horizon to me. But the biggest obstacle for me when it comes to accept this decision is that I had to push it back half a year because of the pandemic. It also made me graduate 1 semester late, so everything late for me because of the COVID thing. And in the meantime, seeing my friends, they kind of getting their life together, this feeling. The thing they say when you become a full adult and you get a job and now the relationship and life looking up, I can see that in a lot of my friends. And oh my god, that peer pressure, to be honest, I couldn't get over it at first. When looking at myself, and even for 2 more years, I will be financially dependent on my parents because they are generously sponsoring the entire master degree of mine. So yeah, so that's one thing. That I'm 22, almost 23, and it's just so intimidating that to know you are an adult but not entirely adult. You have not flown out of your nest yet, in a sense. But then just staying inside is more opportunistic. You know, like I can go to a country like Australia and study and start a new life, and I am given chances to be a different person rather than staying in one place, in a place like Vietnam. I love my country, I love my homeland, but I always dreamed of living in multiple countries before I chose to settle down in one place. You know, I like trying new things, but it's just so scary that you have to settle down on like one option, like a safer one, like getting a career. I went to an engineering, technological institution in this Ho Chi Minh City, and I have no doubt that if I chose to get a job, it wouldn't be any challenging to me. This is the thing someone has told me before, that you don't have to go to a different country to have a new chance. You can just stay here, you can have a job, and there's two chances for you to be different, to develop, to improve. Yeah, but there are two different things, and right now I don't know which one is the easy one or which one is the right one to do. I think the thing that concerns them the most when it comes to my Australian studying abroad thing is that it's family funded, so my parents will pay the whole thing for me. 2 years of living expense and everything, school fee. That is the plan. That is what we have in mind right now. It's not necessarily that they would pay for anything, but they offered to do it for me, and it proves that they have the financial capability to support me with that. That's one thing. And it's costly. You know that coursework, 2 years, very costly compared to the thing that is offered right here in Vietnam, that I would get a job and then I get paid. Right now I am standing in front of a very costly decision, and people don't believe that spending any money for that kind of education can be worth it, you know. But it's education we're talking about. It's Vietnamese education system and Australian one. There must be the discrepancy between those two that separates Vietnam from Australia. I don't know just yet. Like, only when I truly study there would I know. The thing about money that all of you are worried, I am, to be honest. It's not like I'm a very ignorant child and I only want to spend up my parents' money or anything because my family has like the upper hand in that field or anything. No, I'm not like that. I am wary and anxious and depressed in a way to whether my career in the future would pay off the student fee, to be honest. It's just different from the situation when a student gets a loan and they have to work to pay it. And like, I have to consider myself in the position that what I will do in the future to pay off my parents' effort and like emotions and support for me to go on that journey. I still have to consider about it, not just like I could blindly go there and just do whatever it is. No, I am very, very aware of my education. I moved to Australia this time to study and to get the best out of it, the best experience out of it. I have to really like push myself up, push my dreams forward and try to get there, because that's just a part of the dream come true. And now that's my responsibility. I have to take the full responsibility to finish the rest of it. My parents can only help so much, and that's me. They are giving me a chance, and I have to leave to deserve their expectation. I don't have a career yet. I am still struggling to figure out who I am and what I want in this world. And I'm very well aware of that. It's just not like I'm living like there's no tomorrow and just getting by or anything. I have dreams, I have plans, I have things, I have my bucket list, and it's up there waiting for me to finish one by one. But this is just a different life from yours. Like, you can have a good life not moving to a different country. You can still have a very fulfilled and happy and joyous and accomplished here in Ho Chi Minh City. And that's why people from different adjacent provinces in this area flock into this city. And the same thing, I have my own vision, I have my own theory of what can make me a better version and where I can truly feel like this is a home, this is the thing that I can settle down. Not right now, not 5 or 10 more years, but like further on in the future, who knows. I'm still scared and I'm still very, very stressed about the curriculum, the subjects that I'm gonna study. That's like a whole new major to me. Yeah, it's quite different from what I learned in, university. Yeah, and grad school, the structure is like really, really strange to me to look at right now, but I have to try my best. And the thing that you think right now that, okay, you're trying your best in your career to make yourself a deserving, a worthy person. My friends, my peers, I know that you are trying to prove that, and I'm also trying to prove myself. Ho Chi Minh City is not a place for me to prove, because no matter how much I prove, I'm nobody. I am unheard, I am unseen, I am unfelt. So that's why I have to move. That's why I have to leave. And that is the expense of leaving. That's the expense of changes. And they can only apply to my life. You have a different life and I have a different one. And that's it. Talking about the trip to Australia itself, I am in a process of enrollment. Not like enrollment. I'm still waiting for the offer letter, and it ran out already quite late, and I'm trying my best. Like, my graduation was late, so I got my degree late, so I have to submit the form late, so that's everything. And the thing that this time has taught me is that nothing is so certain for you to not set up a possibility of failure for it. Yes, life is not short. If you think about it, life is just fragile. Every time a bad decision or a mistake is made, it will lead to a lot of other unfortunate events. So I'm trying my best right now. It's not like I'm lying to anyone about my plan to go study abroad. Like, who would say that, like, to brag or anything? Like, honestly, I really, really want it to happen, because it's just like my whole dream. And right now, because I'm unemployed, like, you know, there's only a few months between my graduation and then moving to another country. Like, how can I get a job within that period of time? So I am unemployed, jobless at the time, and I'm so free. I'm doing a lot of like self-care, a lot of healing, yeah, just trying to enjoy life, like someone may say. And it confuses a lot of people, like, why don't you get a job, like, what do you really do here, like, is it gonna happen, you're studying abroad, like, what are you doing right now? Like, guys, like, it's not like I don't want to look like someone who can put the things together. I'm trying every day. I was so messed up in the past, like my mind was so lagged and clogged, and you know, my experience at university wasn't so great. So that's why I just take this time to heal, to know what I actually want, because the next experience is gonna be rough. Like, I'm not gonna move to Australia and think right away, okay, this is life looking up, this is gonna be the best years of my life. No way. I know, no, nothing like that. I'm open myself to hardship and isolation. Right now is like 4 or 5 hours drive to my hometown, and everything is safe there. But we're talking about the geopolitical barrier between two different nations, and cultures and lifestyle, and you know, legal system, healthcare, and a lot of other things. So like, I don't know if I can handle everything alone, but I have to try to. Like, that's a part of growing up. You just go ahead and do the thing that you chose to do, and you are not looking back on anything. Like, you have to keep swimming. Yeah, that's my mindset to moving onwards, that I cannot be afraid. Fear or love, the love of everything, the love of checking all of the boxes in my bucket list, the love of dinosaur. I'm gonna visit museum in Australia, something that is quite unusual in Vietnam because we don't have any dinosaur fossils here. I'm gonna go there and visit as many as possible. I'm gonna go to beaches, hopefully. Yeah, that's my plan. That's in my mind. I have to sacrifice. Is that a strong word, sacrifice? Right now, I just have to overcome some difficulties to be stronger, and in turn of being stronger, I can try to do other things that a strong person can also do. And sometimes it means I have to do it alone. I do a lot of things alone here in Ho Chi Minh City, even though I have friends here. And there is a chance that I will not get many friends in Australia, but that's okay. That's something that making friends is one of it, that I am learning how to do it correctly. I'm not going to Australia with a free and careless and laid-back mind. I wouldn't allow myself to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna put on like a full mode alert system, and there's gonna be a lot of things to deal with. I have to be strong because I'm an adult. And learning about yourself as an adult is very interesting and depressing at the same time. It's like life has no meaning, but if you live long enough, you can see in every single nuance every single detail and little part of it, there's a hidden meaning. Like, it's absurd. It's very absurd, but in the past I wouldn't say this, but this is the life that I think is totally worth living, when you know that even though it's gonna be hard, but along the way, when you have the little moments that you can cherish, like for 1 second or two, a beautiful flower, a nice weather, or just a stranger that say hi to you on the paved walk, those are the meaning of life. It takes a lot of physiological reasoning to get there, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's simple. We complicated things when we care too much about something. We do that because we're humans. But at a very core and ground, basic level, it's very simple. We make it complicated because we are humans, and that's okay. Recently, someone told me that he loves the weather in Ho Chi Minh City a lot because it's hot. And I was like, hot? Did you really mean it, hot? Because in my hometown, it's also like hot. It's very similar, like, tropical monsoon, is that they call it, weather in Vietnam, like rainy and hot and damp. Ho Chi Minh is like the extreme epitome of it. He's from London, and he said, but in London it's very cold. Yeah, it's always like foggy and cold, and you always have to wear like sweater and hoodie to go outside, and yet the cold and depressing cloudy weather makes you less sociable. So he'll take it, everything in this city, like the humidity, the sunny blazing day like this. Oh, it's very sunny outside, even though it was heavily rainy yesterday. Like what? The weather is like, what? My hometown would never be like that. It's just cooler and more fresh. But I hopefully will be staying in Perth in Western Australia. Yeah, I will go to the University of Western Australia, and Perth is considerably one of the sunniest capital city in Australia. I don't know why they have to make that title very specific, but it's sunny, and I hope it's gonna be sunny and like warm so that I can go to the swimming pool. That guy, he said that to me, so today after finishing my swimming session, I stay there for a while to like enjoy the sunlight and like the warm, and the water is very fresh and cooling, and I was like, I kind of get what he means. Like, okay, this experience is nice, but not like you have to drive like 30 minutes outside in the sun. In Vietnam we ride motorbikes, scooters, so like staying 30 minutes under the sun isn't ideal at all. But staying at the swimming pool, the water is cool and the sun is like, wow, it's nice. Imagine what if it was a beach and the salty water, and oh my god, and the waves. Now I want to live in Perth so much. I thought that there are so many beautiful beaches and animals there. Wow, it turned out to be super sunny, blazingly hot today. And yeah, it is hot right now in my bedroom. Will I miss this kind of weather? Anyway, I pulled out the two palettes here, the Blueberry Muffin and the Passion in Paris. I think today I'm going to do something blue. Like, yeah. I was thinking about doing purple, like, the necklace, but then maybe I just like need to do the blue thing. There are a lot of blue tones in this palette, so I think I can use some of them, especially the blueberry muffin one. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Okay, I'm gonna start with the deeper one in this palette. I don't know how to pronounce it, like it's French. I was so focused on doing the blue thing and forget that I have to talk. Okay, I want to kind of dip my toe in like talking about myself. Like recently I've been really thinking about my entire existence and what it is, because for the longest time I always had this fear of not feeling like I existed. You know, like I was overweight at the time, and growing up I didn't feel like I was credited for a lot of things in my life. It's just not how I look, but rather than my achievements. Like, have I ever been recognized and rewarded or even acknowledged by my achievements, what I have achieved that can contribute to the betterness of the world? Like, is there any progress of myself or my family or my relatives, my friends, that can be traced back into my own contribution, like my giving in that? Like, am I taking too much space? Am I taking, like, physically, or even right now, like I'm still curvy, and we'll talk about my curviness in a while. Like when I'm in like an outfit or trying like a new look, I'm very well aware of like how I'm gonna fit in it, how I'm gonna look in it. I have larger hips and yeah, everything. Like, am I too much of a body, of a physical existence? Or like, if I'm too much, why I don't feel like I am recognized? Like, I've been thinking about it a lot. And recently someone asked me why I never have a boyfriend, and that's a fact. I never ever have a boyfriend. I'm 22, almost 23 in a way, and they continue to say, is that because you're curvy? And I was like, I have not added it to my theory yet, but now you are aware of the fact that I'm curvy, but I don't feel embarrassed. Like, my god, like in the past, it happened all the time, like being an overweight child in the family and all of your relatives are way prettier than you. And even right now, I'm like, no way the prettiest. Right now, compared to the past, I would have been very ashamed if I was 16 or 17 years old when I am like the heaviest. But I felt relieved at that moment, and it was so weird. It's like the weirdest thing that ever happened to me. It's like the weirdest thing, and I don't understand why. Like, I think I am curvy, you know, according to the Vietnamese beauty standard thing. Like, I'm 159 centimeters and weigh about 60 kilograms, so curvy, let's say it. It's not because I believe that you mean the good thing when you say that I'm curvy, but the fact that I don't take your verdict personal. Like, I'm curvy, and that is a piece of statement that can be proven to be true in this world, in this space-time, and it's true. And now I'm not bothered about it. It's I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm curvy and I don't get a boyfriend here. But it's no big deal at all. Like seriously, the thing that I learned about that conversation is that the thing I thought that I was holding a grudge on, it was so heavy for the longest time. Like it struck me every single morning looking myself in the mirror. It's not real anymore. My self-doubt about my body isn't real anymore. And it's incredible. I'd accept my body because I know that in this state of my mind, of my body, I am the healthiest. I eat more healthy, I exercise more, I try to walk more, I drink more water, and I'm truly have a clearance in my mind right now in terms of like thinking or cognitive functions. I am thriving right now. And if my curviness is the symptoms or like the evidence for it, I'll take it because it's the way it's supposed to be. Like in the past, like when I tried to lose weight to get in like even thinner than this body, I wasn't happy at all. I wasn't feeling okay and no one noticed it. And it was so scary that they don't care about what you're doing, who you are, or they think they care about your body the most, but like they don't know anything, and that sucks. But right now I have nothing to be afraid of. Like I want to be out there in the world and loud and know myself. Like the way we are celebrating Pride Month. Like yeah, we are in June and this is Pride Month. Like no matter what the world tell you about what you should be, or you just have to be you, and the fact that you exist is wonderful. Oh my god, like my eye is so bizarre right now. I need to fix it. I'm sorry for the interruption. I think I was talking about the Pride Month, right? Like when they are not you, they will never understand, and the act that you come out proves that you acknowledge yourself in an intensive level of discovering your body, discovering your emotion, and discovering what is happening inside of you, regardless of what's going on in the world. I cannot say more about how proud of you I am that you come out and you choose to be you, and you choose to tell the world that you exist. Because I guess the only thing matter is that you exist. It's not like you have a voice or you have the power, you have an image or anything. Not showing your sexuality or what you feel is not that important as long as you know that you exist. Yeah? So that you don't have existential crisis. Yeah. You won't be fall into nihilism. So that's the thing it should be. It should not be like marketing tactic or what they call queer belt. It should emphasize on the existence of individual, and it's going to be very different from time to time, from this person to another person. Yeah. I think that I would embrace individuality the most in this world, because it sets us apart, and so your existence is unique, and if you exist long enough, there's a chance, I would say there's a chance for you to make a world a better place, make your world a safe place for you. It's only like a possibility. I cannot say with a guarantee, but you should exist anyway, because that matters. Okay, my camera cut when I was talking, so right now we are here with the full face. I finished the look. I went with the full blue today and just wrap everything up. About my future is very unknown, and even though when I say I have a plan, it's just in my head. I know what to do, like step by step as a procedure, but not like as a like I don't have any specific perspective into the future, but I kind of know what I'm gonna do next. I am right now fully certain about what I am gonna be, and it's not that easy because to me I have to take a lot of risk right now, and risk might come with opportunities as well as unfortunates. And it's scary at first, and I know to get what you want, at first you have to know what you want and how to get there, and yeah, it's just that's intimidating, and maybe it's not what you want at the end of the day anymore, and then along the way you may lose a lot of things, but at least I feel like I know what to do right now, and I also came into terms with my body, my self-acknowledgement, my self-acceptance, and my mind, my mentality in general, and I feel calm right now because I only have like a month left here, so I would rather fulfill everything before I moved on to the next chapter. This book of my life is ready, so ready to be closed. The last thing that I wanted to say before the footage was cut is related to the discovery of your own sexuality. Like, I know it's hard for you as a whatever orthodox or unorthodox gender that you categorize yourself in, because I believe we are different, and the fact that there are multiple genders, there are multiple sexual identifications and orientation is normal. So there's nothing to feel wrong about being abnormal, because it's natural, it's just normal in a lot of ways. We should normalize the diversity, rather than try to emphasize the fact that there are certain ethnic groups in the society, and like if you have the courage and you have the support to come out as a member of the LGBT plus community, that would be perfect. And if you are a straight person, like you are heterosexual, you should also find a way to represent it. Like, don't be confused. Like, helping yourself and helping the others to know that to know exactly what you are, who you are in this world. Because if you are confused about your own identity, how can you appreciate and respect the others, So it's a challenging task to me. I know I'm well aware that I'm a straight woman, but sometime in the past I was confused. I used to be so confused because there are no means in where I live in this society to tell me, or have they ever taught me to know exactly how it feels to be a straight woman. Like, we all need a means of representation, a voice to tell us that we are different, we are this, we are that, and that's okay. You exist, and that matters the most. That's the end of it. Happy Pride Month. I'm so proud of you, and hopefully we see each other again. Bye.